During the survey for this project, a comment by one respondent struck a chord, and it is worth exploring a little here. We shall call him Michael. While filling the questionnaire, perhaps prompted by something he had seen in there, Michael abruptly states, "We must ask, are these artifacts a liability or an asset? Does taking physical possession of these works," he continues, "bring resources to us or take resources from us?" This was a critical view and a point of reflection during this study. The respondent queries the value of not the Benin bronzes themselves, but the possession of the works in Nigeria. A number of controversial but crucial questions arises from this hypothesis, which suggests that the value of the artifacts to us changes depending on its location and ownership arrangements. Clearly, the bronzes are unquestionably an asset to Nigeria, but what is not so clear is if that asset status changes by having them in Nigeria, considering the immense responsibility of protection, care, access, public engagement, and continued research. What role does presence and access play in the value of an artifact? And when we say access, we must also ask to whom, because this then determines locational value. While 53.4% of our respondents said if the bronzes were returned to Nigeria and kept in Benin, they are unlikely to travel to see them if they live outside Benin. A significant 78% of the respondents said they would rather have the bronzes back home than in Europe. The question of the relationship between value and location, even within Nigeria, then becomes a matter to consider. When asked if you were the government, what would you do differently about repatriation? Michael, who is a legal practitioner, says fight for control of the fortune from the works. Orchestrate the gathering and redistribution of the works to interested global museums who are willing to pay yearly fees for their displays in their country. We make an income needed to care for the few we display in Nigeria, while the others remain on loan as global ambassadors to the great culture of Benin. Unconventional and perhaps improbable, but what are your thoughts?